can't deny the milk.
Welcome to MiLKSTND PODCAST, episode 3. I'm your host, Ace.
I'm Jonathan.
Man, what's been going on, man? What have you been up to?
Yeah, everything's been great, bro. God's been working. I'm not really sure where he's taking me, but I took my hands off the wheel, right? But I tried to go to Tulum, Mexico the other day.
Yo, why is everybody going to Tulum?
It's not crazy expensive. It's wide open, and it's a beautiful place. So I understand. But I never made it there. So so I'm gonna give you a quick story. Crazy shit, like craziest 2-3 days in a very long time. Yeah. So I think the moral of this story is follow your gut. Follow your gut. That's the moral of the story, right? So, I lose shit. And, I travel pretty often, but what happened was I lost 2-3 passports already. One was in my car that got stolen, and so they give you like a passport, but it has provisions. So last year I got a passport in February. They told me it was a year. You only got a year for it, then you got to renew it. I didn't remember that because I haven't traveled all year because of the pandemic, So I get to the airport to try to get to Tulum, JFK, and they're like, your passport's expired. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know. And I'm saying, look at it all year. And they said, but you're good here. You got a grace period. Cool. Get to Tulum, get to customs. They're like, no, you can't come in. Your passport's expired. I'm in customs for like 4 or 5 hours, bro. No bullshit. I'm in customs for 4 or 5 hours.
In Mexico?
In Mexico.
Okay.
They're like, listen, American Airlines representative is coming to get you right now. You're going back home. I'm like, yo, who do I pay pesos here to? Like, I need to figure something out. Like, so anyway, the whole time we in there, there's another family in there who's actually got the same issue. One of their kids in their family. Yeah, they're in there bugging out, bro. While bugging in the customs office. They bring the Mexican police. And what's fucked up is they kept grouping us together. I'm like, I don't know these people. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to jail with these fucking people. Anyway, so American Airlines person comes back or whatever, and she's like, listen, I'm gonna put you on a flight. You go to Dallas, LA, then New York. I said, that doesn't really make sense, but whatever. But she dropped the gem while we walking to the flight. She's like, look, there's a place that you can get a passport done in the same day in Dallas. I'm like, all right, cool. My gut is telling me, John, take your fucking ass home. That's what my gut is telling me. Other side of me is saying, yo, you're already in it. I book a room in Dallas. I book another flight back to Mexico, right? So I wake up a while early, go to the passport office. They're like, yo, it's only life or death situations, but they give me a letter to get into the country. So, all right, cool. Go to the airport. Get to the airport. They're like, look, your passport is not valid, so we got to search you. I'm like, all right, whatever. That's cool. Bro, I got my grab and go book bag or whatever. Mad shit in there. I don't even know what's in there. It's firecrackers from July 4th. It's my daughter's marker. All kind of old dumb shit in there. Go to my bag, yo, what do they find in the bottom of the bag? A gram of weed. Mind you, everybody knows I don't even smoke like that. Like, I'm not a huge smoker. Like, I don't even remember how was it. I don't know that shit was in there. So I'm thinking, like, it's a gram. Who cares? Like, nah, bro. They get like a chart. They put the firecrackers on there. They put my passport, my boarding pass. They taking pictures, calling people. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I look up, it's 6 police officers coming into the shit. 6 people, bro, for a gram of weed. That's this much weed, bro. I'm like, nah. So I'm talking. I said, what's the protocol with weed in Texas? They said, no, 0 tolerance. I said, fuck. Turn around, you go to jail, possession of marijuana. They take me to the regular headquarters on the airport grounds. Wasn't bad. Lit, actually. I ain't gonna hold you up. Got my own cell, 2 mattresses. I got a phone I can use. People calling back. You know what I'm saying? They could call me there. Like, they said, tomorrow you got to see the judge. You got to go to county. That's when shit goes left. County? It's like Oz, bro. I swear to God. So they got us down there. First of all, mad people in there. We're in holding cells. You can't get in unless you get a TB shot. I'm not taking a TB shot. I don't know what y'all putting in me.
For
like,
Corona?
I don't know what it was for. I don't know what it was for, bro. But they like, if you don't do it, we're going to put you in a turtle suit and a mask and act like you have it. I'm like, yo, this is
Oh yeah, that was definitely for Corona.
bro, this is crazy.
Yeah, I
So,
don't know what that is. Put me in that suit.
yo, come on, man. I go in the holding cell or whatever. The shit is like a movie. There's people in there for murder, attempted murder, Grand Theft Auto, attempted murder with deadly weapon. I'm like, yo, man, for a gram of weed, yo. Like, so I'm 10 a.m. I went there, bro. I'm in these cells from 10 to 7 with these people. We got so close. We see people coming from downstairs from like the federal floors. Yo, shit split, eyes knotted up. I guess they was fighting with inmates. I don't know, bro. So we talking to each other like, yo, listen, yo, we get upstairs. Yo, we gonna stick together. Like, she was like a movie, bro. Yo, I swear to God.
So that shit is real. Like, yo, you with us.
I swear to God, like a movie, bro. So they like, yo, you gotta change out. I'm like, change out? I'm gonna see the judge today. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, they take us in the back. Dallas police station, police, whatever the fuck you call it, is horrendous. And this needs to be, telling this story, I know it doesn't bring the best light on me because of me being like irresponsible or whatever and not following my gut, but they need to bring some light to me to be brought on them. So they take us in the back with showers, like, so pretty much it's the same, it's in the holding cell or by the bookings or whatever, but it's in the back. We walking into the shower, swear to you. One of the COs go, look, there's no cameras in here, don't fuck with me. What? I swear to God.
See, I can't be in that position. I'm like, what you gonna do?
It gets worse. So we get in the showers. Mind you, it's 12 of us that's all moving around to these different cells together. It's like 4 or 5 COs standing around. So one of the dudes is like, yo, I'm not getting, but we ought to get naked in front of each other, everybody. He's like, I'm not getting naked. I got my boxes on, just give me my shit. Like, he's like, no, I told you don't fuck with me. Yeah, they beat this nigga up so bad, bro. They beat him up so bad, bro. Choked him out, they punching him in the face, like, oh, yo, crazy, bro. Then they telling us to get on the floor. They taking our pepper spray, about to pepper spray the room.
That's some slave master shit.
Yo, bro, it was bad. Then they took us out to the hallway.
Shit. They beat him up so y'all know,
bro,
don't play around.
We in the hallway, butt ass naked, bro. Hands on the wall, legs spread. Like, yo, what is this? Like, cause he wouldn't get naked. Like, didn't feed us all day. I wound up seeing the judge like 7, 8 o'clock. I didn't leave. PM. So mind you, I'm in there for 10, 12 hours already. They didn't feed us, nothing. So they wound up like, yo, look, you saw the judge throws it out. So I go through all that for this shit to be thrown out. I'm like, yo, look, I see the judge, I'm hype, I'm out of here. They're like, nah, the process takes 4 to 12 hours. You gotta go upstairs. I said upstairs. Well, I'm going upstairs. He's like, yeah, just play basketball. I said, I'm not fucking playing basketball.
Yo, just go play basketball.
No, I'm not playing basketball.
What the fuck?
If I follow a nigga wrong, get shanked up here, it's your fault. All right, I don't fucking hit nothing. So as I walk upstairs,
crazy, bro.
They give us a bag with like a blanket, a cup, a toothbrush, all kind of crazy shit. I woke upstairs, dude's like, yo, give me a blanket. I'm like, no, nigga. I already know y'all testing me. Like, now you're testing me. Like, so no, I fucking go into a cell with a bunkie. Shit.
He
bro.
said a random cell. He said, give me a
100%.
blanket.
They in like the, guess they call like the day area, I guess. So they chilling, watching TV and shit. I'm a new guy.
And out of nowhere, just give me a blanket.
Give me a blanket. I guess they tested me, you know what I'm saying? I get into the cell, young dude, man, 18 years old, bro. I guess God put me here for a reason too, because I wound up talking to him. His story was really sad, yo. And they were trying to pin a body on him. He told me the whole story. Just trying to pin a body on him. I just felt like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And so I'm leaving out finally. He's like, yo, bro, let me get your IG. Mind you, his bail was $650, bro. $650.
$650?
$650K. Right. He like, yo, let me get your IG. You solid. I'm thinking to myself, bro, you're not even gonna, IG's not gonna be popping by the time you get out of here. I don't know what he did. I'm not putting anything on anybody. But the next day I get a text from dude, like, from DM from him. Like, yo, bro, a conversation we had, you know what I'm saying, I'm really about to change my life. We spoke about it. I'm really going through a rehabilitation process, and I really thank you. Like, so that made me feel good that I touched somebody in there, you know what I'm saying? But the whole process was really bad, bro. Supposed to be in Mexico. I'm in fucking jail for a gram of weed, bro. Fact.
That happened for a reason.
It did.
Unfortunately, like last episode, I tell you, like, yo, everything happens for a reason.
100%.
Like, because that wasn't a waste of time. It was
Nah,
fucked
it
up what was
wasn't.
going on. Everything was
Yeah.
going on. However, like, some way, some shape or form is gonna like help you.
Just can't be absent-minded and a few different
you
things.
gotta stay on your toes, bro.
Right. Happens though. It's life. I made it. What's been going on with you though?
This milk stand shit, man. This milk stand has been like all I think about, all I dream about, or it's always been my dream to like have like a clothing line, a boutique. Like that was like my business. Like I wanted to like sell sneakers and all that. Like so I've been like really focusing on it. Like especially with the like clothing, like with t-shirts or the merch, whatever you want to call it. I don't really want to call it merch because it's gonna blossom into like actual clothing. Like for anybody, like MiLKSTND itself, like the cold company, like it's like a mix, it's a mashup of like Kith and the Complex. Like that's my goal, to have a boutique, online blog, website. So I've been speaking to like a few friends who are like willing to invest in it, which is dope. And I'm building a team behind the website. So I've been doing that. I finally spoke to like a social media manager who's gonna help like with the brand awareness. So I'm excited for that. And I'm also a designer.
Right.
Like I design clothes. I've designed a few merch for people. Some you've seen, some you haven't seen. I've sat down with people in the industry to talk about their merch line. A lot of it hasn't come to light yet, and I've also been offered to potentially work with another artist for their merch line. I've been asked like, do I want to be part of the design team? And I'm like, yeah. Just set up the meeting. So like
That's fire.
So I'm excited for what's going to happen, because a year ago I said, yo, I'm a designer. I've been designing clothes. Like I've been trying to come up with a clothing line ever since 2009. I started CFAR, 2008, 2009. I started CFAR with my boy Ted, and then after that, like I was just not sure what to do. And then MiLKSTND 2 years ago again with the whole T-shirt stuff like that. I'm like, and then I wanted to come up with my own clothing design, my own clothing brand, which I'm still going to do. It was gonna be a high-end brand. I was like, you know what? Let me hone down and focus on MiLKSTND and just make it what I want it to be, and then everything else will come. Right. And once I put myself in that mind frame, that's everything has just been coming to fruition for me.
Your advantage is when you lock in on something, you lock in on something.
Yeah, I do.
And a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't do that. That's a skill. That's a skill set. Like nobody really like. I mean, people speak about it, but unless you're living in it, you don't really understand that point. Yeah. Like, and it's crazy because you could pretty much, you're the type of person, you could pretty much do what you want to do, bro. As long as you're locked in. If you lock in on this thing, it's gonna get done.
Yeah,
and that's a major skill set.
I could say the things that I've done. Like for example, like anybody that's watching this, like yeah, if y'all heard of the Hollis Boys from Hollis, like I'm one of the founding members of Hollis Boys. Right. I'm from Canberra, but I'm one of the founding members of the Hollis Boys.
And you was in it. You was in the trenches.
I created the Hollis Boys logo.
Yeah.
I created the I&I logo, which is now Shakani's division, I&I. And like all his album covers or project covers, I designed those. Like I did a lot of things that people don't know about. And now, like this point in my life, I'm coming out to say it. And it's not to brag and boast, but I'm just showing y'all what I do and what's my work. Like I have a design company too. A lot of people don't know. You
deserve your flowers while you're here.
Yeah.
It's cool to be behind the scenes, bro.
Yeah.
But like, you can still get a lot of love behind the scenes. Like.
Yeah. I was always been like, you know me, I always like to be that person that I know I did that, but everybody doesn't know. But if you know, you know. Like that's just my favorite shit. Like if you know, you know.
Do you want? Would you like? Honest answer. Would you like more recognition for what you've done?
Yes. However, I'm not gonna screw anybody over just to get my recognition. Like I want my recognition to be shown because of the work that I've done. People are now. I'd rather you speak about me than me speak of myself. However, if I'm somewhere and people are like, oh, what do you do? I'm gonna speak about the work that I've done to show you that I am qualified to do X, Y, and Z. Right? People are like, oh, like for example, like, oh, that's a dope shirt. I'm like, yeah, I designed it. Like, for real? Like, why you gonna speak about it? I'm like, cause like it's done. I did it. But because I've been speaking a little bit more about it, I'm getting more design work.
But you see the wash off though?
Yeah, I do. Like, so it's a way to do it without being braggadocious, and that's just the whole point of it. I just don't want to be braggadocious about it. Like I like I like to be recognized for what I do. Like for example, right? Like even like with the fact that like my shoe collection, the shoes that I got. Like I don't buy shoes or dress the way I dress for other people. I really do it because I enjoy it. However, there hasn't been a day when I get dressed or wear a certain shoe that someone says something, and and a part of me be like I know I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're not braggy though. You're not.
I can be a little bit though.
But I just made it up.
I can be a little bit though.
You can be braggy, but that's confidence. I want you to like. There we go again. See, so people misconstrue that a lot. Like cocky, braggy, confident. Like no, like I'm fucking cocky at all. Like
I'm just very confident.
I'm confident. I know who I am. I live in this, right? But most of the people that say you're braggadocious.
I think braggadocious is the word.
Braggadocious is that's a fucking word. All right, look. So people that say you're braggadocious or like overconfident or cocky, those are the people that are not very confident. Like you can't. I'm not used to. I used to dim light and be like, damn, maybe they're right. No, you're not fucking right.
Nah, and I've done my light too much in my past, and now it's like, no, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Like I'm not. Like I've like even in my basketball career, I never forget. I tell this story a million times. Like I let a grown man dim my light as a kid. And you probably know this man too, and I don't want to put him on blast, but so one of his sons was playing in the goat tournament, and I'll never forget. Coach Lloyd didn't show up, so he had to coach, and I'll never forget. I must have scored like high 30s. I can't remember exactly. It was like 30 something points, right? And it was like one of those games when you hot from three, and like a lot of people don't know me for shooting, but like when I get hot, I get hot. I'm just a basketball player.
Right.
So I've hit like every shot, bro. Every shot. Close game. We really didn't have nobody. I forgot who he was playing. I think he was playing as like Abyssinian or something like that. Like one of those teams that were good but not that good. But if you didn't have help, like they will beat you. It was one of those teams. And I didn't pass the ball because I was making everything. Like I passed if I had to. So it was the last play of the game. He made a play for me, and I came off the curl, whatever. Like caught the ball, shot a three. And went in and out, and we lost the game. So on the ride back home, he's like, "Yo, you never gonna get nowhere in life if you keep playing like that."
Nah, he didn't say that.
Yo, son. So in my mind, I'm like, "Damn, yo." Like, and to this day, that kind of haunts me. Where it's like, I let this man do that to me, and from that point on, I kind of always like, oh, I don't want to be better than everybody else. Like, I want to be great. However, like I don't want to be too great where like it takes food out of somebody else's mouth. And I said that I told my mom like maybe years later, when I said she cursed me out, she said, "Don't you ever let nobody tell you that because you're very good at something or you doing something well that you shouldn't do." Like that's one person. Everybody is not gonna champion you. And that's another thing I've learned too as an adult. Like everybody's not like I'd rather win with a few people hating on me than lose all the time and everybody be happy for me.
Well, it's not. We're definitely in a culture where we have a crab in a barrel mentality.
Yeah.
And it sucks because the reason we have that is because we're just competitive as a culture. Now, what's crazy is if we actually put that in the right use, bro, we'd be lit together because we're competing against each other. If we could keep it in that manner, in that light manner, we don't keep it in that manner. It's like genuine hate for people, right? Yeah. And it sucks. But I think that you have a very good mixture, bro. But I think you also, what you just said to me, to caveat, you really just said, yo, I want to be great, but I don't want to be better than nobody else. That's what you used to think, right? You're selfless. You're a selfish person. But the mixture is selfishness and selflessness. Where is the middle? Where's the medium ground? Because to be great, there is some selfishness in there. Like
now, so what I've learned as an adult is that you selfish is not a bad thing, by the way, and that's what we have to retrain ourselves. Like you to be selfish, you have to take care of yourself first. Like that's it.
100%. And that's nature.
Yeah. However, a lot of people don't do that. They look out for others, and which is nothing wrong with looking out for others. But sometimes when you look out for others, you hurt yourself in the process.
That's how it
And it's
goes.
like I should like it. Sometimes it just shouldn't have to be that way. Like again, like it should be some type of balance there.
There should be, which is hard to find. Like you said, we are taught to be selfless, right? Right. That's just, and it's crazy to even touch on this, but one of the people who I consider my best friend, or one of my best friends, is my mom's, right? Who's one of the most selfless people I know. Probably the most selfish person that I know. But she wears everything from everybody. You understand what I'm saying?
Like, and like, just a quick story. Like, your mother name is Karen. My mom name was Karen.
Yeah.
And when my mom died, like, I remember her text messages the most because she was like, yo, anything you need. Like, a lot of people said that.
She genuinely meant that.
But that's what I'm getting to. Like,
right.
She genuinely meant that, whereas, like, I remember at that time period, like, I was always at your house. Like, unconsciously, though. Like, I'll be sitting in the living room, and you'll come downstairs, oh, what you doing here? Like, but I'm just sitting, just to be around your mom. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah,
Yeah, she genuinely loves you, bro. like her own. Like, she asks about you all the time. So, yeah, man, but, and it sucks, right? Because, yeah, then you start questioning certain shit, right? Not now. I think I'm at a different point in my life, but you start questioning shit. I believe in God heavy, right? I'm not religious.
Like, spiritual.
Very spiritual. And you start asking, you question God sometimes. Like, damn, God, like, yeah, my mother does everything for everybody. You know what I'm saying? She's one of the biggest hearts. But why do you keep letting her endure these stresses and everything from everybody else? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's her? You know what I'm saying? Where's her, like, closure and, you know what I'm saying, chance to get that weight off her? So it's tough. Like, it's like a catch-22, kind of.
I don't know because I haven't spoken to her about it. However, people, like, when I was in that position, you feel bad when you're there for people and then all of a sudden you're not there for them anymore. Yeah. That's what happens with an individual like that. Like, for example, like, if you, like, was always coming like, yo, hey, so let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. And then eventually I'm like, yo, like, nah, I'm not doing that no more. And then it's like, few friends that I've grown up with, basketball players, who, when I had my car, we went to every game together, every practice. I never asked for $1 for gas. Never. Right? We used to go work out with trainers in fucking Jersey and wherever. Even as adults, yo, can you take me here? Can you take me here? All right, cool. And so after a while, I'm like, yo, nah, I'm not doing that no more. Or like meet me halfway. You do this, you do that. And it's like, yo, that's effed up. How you telling me no? I'm like, see, like, all right, now I understand. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I can't feel bad for you because you can't even meet me halfway with your own life and the own thing that you're doing. So that was another wake up moment in my life where I was like, nah, yo, like, you, like, one thing, like T.Y. told me one time, Shikani, he was like, yo, bro, you an ill ass nigga. And it was like a reminder, like, oh yeah. And I have to look around like even though, like, it matters but doesn't matter, like, look at the people that surround you. Right. Look at who you were affiliated with. Look at the things that you can achieve in life. Like, look at the basketball players you played against, played with, the circles that you've been in, the people you have access to. Like, yo, like, a lot of times we have to look ourselves in the mirror like, yo, I am this. Again, that full circle back to when I said, I am a designer. I am a creator. So I live on these three things: comfort, quality, and clean. Like that's how I live my life: comfort, quality, and clean. And if you are making me uncomfortable, if what we're sharing together is not of quality, like, I step back from it. Because what are you bringing to the table? And not like I'm not saying I need something from you, but what I'm saying, what are you bringing to the table in life? Like, are you trying to enhance your life? Are you trying to enhance people around you? And if you are being selfish, what's the selfish purpose for how you're maneuvering? Like, are you trying to better yourself? Because if you're being selfish and you're bettering yourself, I'm with you on that. Like, do your thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when you need my help, I'm here. Type of thing. But like, if you're being selfish, but you need everybody to help you, and then you're not like the giving back. Like, for example, right? Like, I'm a bank account. Like, if you're taking out of the bank but never depositing, and your bank account is empty now, right? So you can't run on empty fumes, and that's probably what going on with Miss Karen. Like, she's giving out so much, she's operating on E. Like, one thing my therapist told me is like, yo, our emotions and our feelings is like credit. Like, a lot of us are over our balance. Like, there's people that's walking around here on earth in the negative. Like you as in your mental, your everything in the negative, bro. But you trying to help everybody else out, but you in the negative. Who's putting back into your account?
Right.
And that's how like relationships are like. And people are like, oh, you let this person slide and let that person slide, because that person is constantly depositing and you're constantly taking out. So I'm the bank. Your account is negative. His account is plus 1,000. So like, his fuck ups is not weighed the same way as yours. And again, don't compare yourself to this person.
That's heavy shit, actually.
And
That's actually heavy. It's heavy,
bro.
But you know
That's
what?
one thing that's another thing I really learned too.
No, I got that part, and yeah, you got a good grasp on this thing now, and it's great. But yo, bro, we are powerful, yo. We are powerful. Like, we are powerful. You're powerful. We are powerful, bro. And I think, yo, we gotta really hone that, man. Like, yo, I've been saying every day I wake up, yo, you're powerful, like. And it's your presence. It don't gotta be super duper money. Yo, you're powerful, bro. You are, like.
Thank you, man.
People having you around is a thing. You know I had this conversation with? And he always this fucking guy. He always, I don't get to speak to him every day like I want to, but AJ, like, yo, I speak to A, bro. A is one of, which black men have a problem with too. A is vulnerable, right? A is gonna speak to you as like, not like, yo, I'm a black man, like you're a black man too. I gotta like, nah, we just really fucking talking, and it feels like it's coming from here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I was thinking it. I was scared to say that shit. I was scared to say, yo, I'm powerful. That makes you move. I was scared to say that shit. Your A said it before me. Those words, bro.
Yeah, he always says like, yo, John. Even though he makes jokes with us, like he be like, y'all two niggas, but like, I know it comes from like a space where it's like he knows like we make things happen.
Yeah, 100%. But him saying that shit, bro, made me like, oh, okay. Somebody else said it. I don't have to feel crazy about feeling that way. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
but what's wrong with saying, like, again, with cocky, like the difference between cocky and confident? What's wrong with saying, I am a powerful being? It's just not, just don't abuse your power.
Oh no, definitely not.
But you know, like, it's like know your worth. It's like know your worth.
Right.
If you know your worth, you know who you are as an individual. Because a lot of us, again, do not know who we are as individuals. We're still going through things, and it gets tested a lot of times. But if you could stand on like, if you could stand on like morals or whatever it is, like I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. Like if you just stick with what it is that you want to stick with, it will take you far as long as it's not toxic.
Very true. Very true. You know how I've been trying to balance selflessness and selfishness? I've been trying my best to balance it by, let's say a lot of good things are happening right now, right? So let's say I'll make some bread off it, it's monetary. Yo, I focus more on spending more on somebody else or people first. Like, I buy my mom something, I buy my sister something, buy the boys something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think I can't give a ton of time right now because my plate is very full. But at least I'll give you the
show people that you're thinking about.
Right. Give you this call, like, what I'm saying? Just so that's why I'm trying to my balance. I don't really spend much on myself anymore. Like I'd rather get this money and make sure everybody else is good. Like eventually I'll eat on my own or feed myself too. But I think that's where I'm trying to make the balance and meet in the middle. So see how it goes. It's been going well recently, so
Yeah.
I'll try to keep that formula.
Yeah, man. I've been. I don't even think I worry about that balance anymore. Like for the past year, like I really been focused on myself. I really doubled down on like, no, that's not for me, or I can help you, but let me see how I can help you, not how you want me to help you. And even how you want me to help you, let me see how I can help you. That makes it best for you and I, instead of just diving in, just doing exactly what someone needs from you. Because when you're doing it just like, now you start resenting the individual. And you don't want to do that. You got to do what's comfortable for you, what's best for you. Like, people like, oh, no, you just got to work hard and just, everything will come to you later. Like yeah, that was a case at some point in time for certain things, but, like, no. Like, if you're uncomfortable with, like, certain things, that's like hindering you, like that's like messing with you physically and mentally, like don't do it. Like that's it. Like me, like now, like I'm doing my thing. Like I'm not worried about numbers. I'm not worried about it's essentially because if you're running a business, right, the numbers do matter because consumers, brand awareness. But what I'm saying, like I'm in it for the grind. I'm in it. I'm focusing and I'm sticking through it, because I'm not gonna lie, like basketball kind of messes you up a little bit in the head, like being like a athlete, right? Because a lot of things are given to you, and things actually happen faster than, especially when you're good. So your life is different than when you like once you graduate or you finish school or you finish with that basketball life. You're like, oh, what the fuck am I doing? And I spent a lot of my years as in my 20s not knowing what to do next.
I have this conversation all the time, bro.
Yeah, but now in my 30s, I'm becoming like manifest king.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that shit, bro. If you never played the sport or a sport or did something well to where you got perks and was here, it had you on this pedestal, it was hard to just go back to regular life. Like, nobody understands that if they didn't do it. You understand what I'm saying? You can have the conversation until you blue in the face, bro. But y'all, now I'm thinking like, how I'm going to different countries, different states. I'm getting sneakers free. I'm getting money. I'm getting this free. I'm doing this. I go to school for free. To go get a regular job. Like, it's tough.
It is.
And a lot of people don't ever break out of that. It took me a very long while to break out of that. And truth be told, I'm going to be very honest with you. I enjoyed it. I still love it. I still love creating, bro. Right? But that was one of the main reasons I got into making music. I didn't know how to get out of that light, out of like the limelight. You understand what I'm saying? Like I really enjoyed it from the beginning, and I grew to really love it. You know what I'm saying? But that was really like my gateway. Like, just to be honest, I don't know if I ever told anybody that, but that's real shit. Like, it's one of the main reasons.
And I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the reasons why I was around music too. Like music, art, design, and sports, and fashion. Like those are my passions in life. So I'm figuring like, how am I gonna get myself like? I didn't make it to the pros. I didn't go overseas. I didn't make it to the NBA. All right, which one of my passions I'm gonna dive into next? All right, music. Rapped a little bit, wrote poetry. All right, let me do clothing. My mom was into fashion. Like she got me into it early. Let me do that. That didn't work. So I'm bouncing around trying to figure out what's gonna work. And it's like, yo, bro, just focus on what it is that you really enjoy. Yo, bro, I just enjoy creating.
And that's okay. But you're not putting it under this like in this box, like
you don't have to be this, you don't have to be that. Like I just enjoy creating, bro. And once I've told myself I am a creator, I am a designer, like I mean that you could be in any industry and be that. Like if I tell like people like, what do you do? I say I'm a designer. Like I design clothes, I do graphic designs, I do web design. like I do media production now. Like, it's like
you're a creative, bro.
yeah, like
In all
like if some like anybody could call me and be like, yo, I got an idea, let's brainstorm. I will help them create something. Joey Crespo, you remember Joey Crespo?
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who got me to work at the Source, right? Because I wanted to get into PR and marketing and stuff like that. So he was the promotion coordinator at the Source magazine. So he brought me on as his assistant. Bro, we was I don't know how what we was doing, but I didn't know what I was doing, but I was just creating, just coming up with ideas and just making things happen. And started meeting artists and started meeting people behind the scenes.
No, you was outside.
Yeah, like I met the designer from I think 5001 Flavors. I forgot his name, but they own a boutique in Harlem called Harlem Haberdashery. Like even him, like he was like, "Yo, you a cool young dude. What do you do?" I said, "Well, I'm going to school for communication, get my master's in communication." He's like, "Nah, you need to, you need to come around more often." So like little things like that. I think back, I'm like, yo, like when I'm around people, when I'm doing what I love and just creating and not caring about what is it, like what box I'm like being formed into, like I just flourish, bro. And that's the same thing with the whole me riding bikes now. Like riding bikes is like the most freeing thing. And like I sound like a little kid, but I met a new friend, bro. I got a new friend off of just riding
That's
bikes.
dope, though.
Nah, yeah.
That's dope. And we don't really meet friends at this age, like, or genuine people.
Like, yeah, and he's mad genuine. Like, yo, like, this is my dude, bro. So, like, we just have conversations like we knew each other from, like, how me and you knew each other. Like, I talk to him like I talk to you. And I just met him. And the crazy thing is, I used to see him out all the time, like, at these different events. And come to find out, we know all the same people. But every time we see each other, like, yo, what's up? He worked at a sneaker store. Every time I go to a sneaker store, I'm like, yo, what up? Like, you help me with sneakers. We always look at each other like familiarity. But we're like, oh, what we know? I don't really know him. But then, like, on the bike ride, see what the bike ride was up, and then we just started talking.
Yeah.
Started talking about basketball, blah, blah, blah. Like, now I'm like, yo, this guy is, he's cool, down to earth. Like, so it's so many. Yeah, so if you're not so much in your own head, and just let yourself be free and just be who you say you are, everything will flow.
Yo, bro.
Like, that's basically what I'm just trying to get to. Like,
yeah. You know how bad I needed this conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you why. So, I was in LA the other day, handling some business or whatever. I had like I had to style like a photo shoot or whatever, and handle some other things out there. So
in LA?
Yeah, the other day or whatever. And yo, bro, I meet my dude P's, my brother. So now P's really into, like, when I met P was in the industry. He was managing artists, like big time artists. And then he actually, now he's a painter. Like locked in, like called me the other day crying. Bro, like, yo, this is beautiful. Like, I can't explain this feeling to you. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't paint. But if you're in that zone, like, that's amazing.
I know exactly what that feeling is.
You know what I'm saying?
Crying over art, yeah.
Right. So I got to pull up on him while I was out there before I flew out the next day. And the gist of our conversation was, he said to me, yo, bro, I think you super talented. Like, I think you're super talented, but you're doing too much. I'm like, doing too much? He said, yeah, like, focus on one thing. I left out of there, like, we spoke about it for a few minutes. But what I was explaining to him was, I'm like, yo, bro, like, you're not getting it. Like, yo, I'm not acting because, yeah, I'm going to auditions and, nah, bro. Like, this shit is coming to me. like I said,
it's opportunity.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting paid for these things. I say, yo, I love dressing. I love putting things on people. I love creating. I said, these gigs are just coming to me, bro. This shit is coming to me. Like,
so here's the thing. You are focusing on one thing. So I tried to seek out a mentor a couple of years ago when I first finished grad school. He worked for marketing, I think for Live Nation. He was marketing, part of the marketing for Live Nation, and I seeked him out. And he was like, what is this you want to do? I said, yo, I want to be like Diddy. I want to be like Hov. I want to do this, do that. He said, but let me tell you something though. They focused on one thing. And because they focused on that one thing, it looks like they're doing everything, but it's just that one thing that's bringing everything to them. So you are focused.
I'm
You probably
focused.
are really
I'm
focused on one
focused
thing,
on one thing,
but
bro.
everything else is just coming to you.
I think people don't understand that though.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand that because no offense to them, but maybe it doesn't happen like that for them. And I'm not. That's fine. That's cool. You focused on this thing, bro. But I don't reach out to people like, yo, let me write a song for you. Let me write an album for you. Yo, let me act in this movie. Let me go in 2,000 auditions. So I go, no, bro. Like, she's literally finding me, and I have the time to do it. Why can't I do it?
No, yeah, because again,
It's clicking. Like everything's clicking. Why can't I do it? That's always my question. Like you. That's for you. If you're focused on this one thing, that's fine. It's beautiful. I'm glad you're having a great time with that, and it's touching your soul. I switch. I'm so genuine with that. But yo, bro, if this is what's making me happy, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it and I'm doing it pretty well. Like, what's the problem?
yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
And I thought I left out of his crib. Like, damn, maybe he's right. Maybe I should say no more and do. But bro, it's working.
Well, I won't say no more, but you got to be strategic in the things that you are doing.
I understand that too.
Like maybe not that you're doing too much, but it's just like, does it make sense with the brand that I'm trying to create for myself?
My thought process, right? So, let's just say the movie, for instance. Let's say the movie pops. Okay, cool. You know how much shit we could do off of that? More people's coming to watch this podcast. More people's coming to, you know what I'm saying, book me for, it's just, it all makes sense, bro. Like,
yeah,
so,
even like me just saying I'm a designer, I'm a creator, like have conversations with people like, oh, well, if you're doing that, then you should think about this, or like I have somebody that's looking for this. Like it just happens, bro.
All right. See, you know exactly how it goes.
I know,
I don't feel like that's why I needed this conversation, because when I left out of it, I'm like, damn, maybe he's right. I'm gonna stop doing shit, but you know, if it's somebody's opinion that you value, you're gonna at least take, you know what I'm saying, some things that they saying out of it, and that shit just kind of.
But again, it goes back to knowing who you are, right? You listen to people say, and the key thing is listen. A lot of us don't know how to listen. We can hear people, but it's because you're being quiet and you listen to what they're saying. Don't mean you're listening. Because a lot of times when you listen to people, you can like really take what they're saying and see if it works for you, for what works and what doesn't work. And a lot of times when you really are listening, you don't even have to speak. You be like, okay, I hear what this person is saying. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I just learned this shit maybe a couple months ago after reading the book, The 7 Habits of a Successful Person. Like that's a really good book. Y'all should read that. 7 Habits of a Successful Person. That book, Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That's a real title, by the way.
No, but you said that shit back. I gotta give a fuck.
Nah, cause that's how the book is. Like he's very vulgar, but his talking points are real good. In the 4 Agreements.
You do audibles? You do audible?
Nah, I read. Only book I did audible was The Secret. I read The Secret twice, and then I wanted to like hear it as it was on the train. Like I read the book I read it twice, and I listened to the audible twice. And that's one thing too about reading books. Just don't read a book to say I read it. Like, are you digesting it? Mm-hmm. Are you really interpreting it? Like, are you applying what you learned, what you read? And that's one thing where it's like reading is like the next level of schooling or teaching yourself. Like, teach yourself to be a better human being if you want to be a better human being. Teach yourself to be a better reader. Like whatever. Like the life doesn't stop. Like you can continue learning, continue to be better, continue bettering yourself.
Right.
And reading those selective few books. The Alchemist is a real good book too. There's another real good book that I read, Happy Pocket Full of Money. They never talked about money the whole time. And I read that book, and a lot of these books, Shakani put me on to too when he was away. But he's the one that got me reading, and then ever since then I picked up that first book. I was just, it was like a hunger for more knowledge. Gaining knowledge is like very important. But yo, let's talk about our main man, Dame Dollar.
Logo Lillard.
Yo, bro, him and D Book, the best in the bubble.
Easy.
But I First of all, the Clippers, that was some funny shit. with Pat Bev and Paul George, and then he held back. He said, "Yo, I sent both of y'all home."
It's
So
a
relax.
fact, though.
So relax. However, though, you did miss 2 clutch free throws, bro.
Yeah,
which
right.
is very rare.
Agreed. First of all, Pat Bev's a bozo. What have you ever done in this fucking league? I like him, though. I like him. But you're talking to the wrong one, bro. Not Dame.
He speaks that. I understand why he speaks. Again, we understand why he speaks that way. It's because like even when they ask him questions about LeBron, like who's LeBron? He's a person.
That's his leverage.
Like I get it. Like yeah, like that's the mentality you're supposed to have as a basketball player. Like, but like sometimes you have to be a little realistic.
Right.
Right.
You're not being realistic.
Like the PC thing says like I respect LeBron as a player, but yo, I don't fear anybody. Like I'm gonna play the way I need to play. However, right, he did send Pat Bev home when he was on Houston, and he sent Paul George ass home last year. And Paul George is still salty. Talking about it's a bad shot. Hold on, it's a bad shot. Wait, hold on. How about that same bad shot he did to get you up out of here? It's a shot he been doing in the bubble.
Consistently, though.
Yo, bro, I haven't seen a half-court trap since I was in high school.
That's a fact.
Maybe college basketball, right? They were half-court trapping him.
You don't really have a choice, though, bro.
Yo, son, he said, yo, I thought about it during the post interview. He said, I thought about it. He said, I'm not gonna keep being passive. So he's like, yo, I'm gonna come down the court. I'm gonna shoot whenever time I see the opening. Bro, that was a half-court shot, bro. That was his opening, and he hit it.
Yo, but Ace, he's shooting the shit straight down jump shot.
Like,
he's not.
He's rising.
Right, bro. Like I'm pulling up at the free throw line. Like I'm literally shooting this shit just like that. Like, but you have to be a major fucking dog to miss 2 big free throws and then have 112 the next 2 games.
Son averaged 40 points.
Come on, bro. That's a legendary shit, yo. 112. What?
Only him and Will Chamberlain did that.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's a class of, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he does what he wants. Nobody can do anything with him.
Nah, yeah, and like apparently he's like a real stand-up guy too. So
yeah, that's what everybody says.
Yeah, so.
You know what I like about him though? Like you said, before I even say that, what gave me chills was after the shit. Like, yo, put some respect on my name.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do this shit like,
yeah,
because you don't get emotion out of him. So when he was giving that shit, I said, oh, nah, he really means this.
Nah, stop disrespecting me.
Right.
And you know who else also fueled that?
Who?
Skip Bayless. Him and Skip Bayless had
I saw that.
So like, I watch a lot of like sports news. I watch it a lot. Like, so I saw one of the major things I watch on YouTube, especially during the pandemic. Well, obviously not the pandemic, but like pre-pandemic, and even now, like I'm glued. Like I want to hear what they have to say, because a lot of times they make some good points, and other times I'm like, yo, just shut up, like, right? But again, it's like it's their job, right? So the funny thing about that whole back and forth with him and Skip Bayless, he told Skip Bayless lose my fucking number.
I saw that.
He's like, yo, you're a clown, lose my number. However, Skip Bayless did have a point. He's like, yo, just because I had a phone conversation with you doesn't mean I'm not gonna keep doing my job. But the way what Damian Lillard was saying when he had a conversation with Melo on Melo's wine episode thing, he was like, yo, someone's back. He was like doubling down. So he's like, yo, nah, F you, bro. Like, don't double down and then talk. So I kind of get it, but either
Skip
way.
does things. Skip does things for that wow factor, though.
No, yeah.
Like, even if somebody could be saying a fact, let's say Shannon Sharp, he could be speaking facts. Skip is gonna go against it just because, but that's what
you know what I noticed he does? He just finds negativity in everything. So like even a game that they when Dame hit that basically the game winning shot when the ball bounced up, right? He basically was like, it was the Dallas game, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said for 40, he said for 40, I think the number was 42. He said for 42 or 46 minutes, Dame had a great game. But those two minutes, he was a bozo. He wasn't playing defense because what's his name ran into him, right? The offensive foul that happened because
Trey Burks.
Yeah, Trey Burks, right? He was like, Dame Lillard just happened to be in the play and he flopped. And I'm like, yo, shut up, bro. Like, no. He had a hell of a game, bro. He had a hell of a game. And Don't take it away from him by saying like he lost sight of in a scramble at the end of a game. You kind of not sure where to go sometimes in the scramble. You don't make the wrong decision and rotate into the wrong man, bro. What are you talking about?
But this is how you know he wasn't a basketball player. Yo, being in the right place at the right time matters. Regardless if I meant to be there. I was there. I got ran over. The shot even went in. They waved it up because I took the offensive foul. I don't give a fuck if I was saying like, yo, I'm gonna sit here and take this charge. No, it's not how it happened. He was just in the right place at the right time. And that happens for people that really locked in on the game and worked hard for the game. Mm-hmm. Sometimes fucking you get lucky. It happens. Like simple. But yo, bro, his pace, he's probably top 5 pace I've ever saw in my life.
Yeah,
like,
his
pace.
He couldn't
bro.
be sped up. Like I actually enjoyed watching him get impressed because of the control that he was having. He was like, all right, the double team is coming from this side. I know if I swing it to this side, CJ's gonna be open. And what's the young boy name that was hitting the
Gary Trent.
Gary Trent Jr. Like he knew where to pass it before the trap came, and that's great poise. Like, and as a coach, like you would love to have an extension of yourself like that, to have the poise to be able to see what's coming before it comes, and not really having, because what's his name has a fractured back, so he's not gonna give you as himself, but he hit a clutch shot too yesterday.
Clutch shot
on Saturday.
He was violating Ja.
He has control too, like his tween,
retarded, bro.
And then like
his pace is real too. Yo, that no bullshit. That
CJ
might
McCullough,
be
man. CJ
one
McCullough.
on one. That might be easily one of the best backcourts I've ever seen in my life.
One-on-ones, yes.
Easily, like yo, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Like that's it. Like
yeah.
And that was your turn, Dame. Like you know what I'm saying?
Because, bro, was it last year or the year before when they were going? It was the year before when they were playing against the Warriors and they were taking turns going one-on-one and they won the game. And then they both had like 40 points.
Right.
Like yo, like yo, kill Clay, kill Steph, kill Clay.
That's a fact, man. Telling you, yo, they won in one game is ridiculous. Like,
nah, yeah. Like, and their pull up, like this dribble, pull up. Like
and you don't know when it's coming. But this bubble has been really fun, though, bro. I've like enjoyed these games, the meaningful games. Yeah. The meaningful games have been like, wow, like youngins are really out playing basketball. I wish Phoenix made it instead of Phoenix. I mean, Phoenix made it instead of Memphis. I want to see that matchup.
The playing game.
For the playing game. And it sucks because, a lot of teams, everybody had the same record. But literally what happened was Portland and Memphis just played more games before the pandemic started. Mm-hmm. So it kind of sucks. I'd be kind of tight if I was Phoenix and San Antonio. Yeah.
San Antonio didn't deserve it. They didn't get up out of here and rebuild.
I'm with you on that. But Phoenix, though.
But yeah, Phoenix, they D-Book, the young boys.
They might have went to game 2 if they played Portland. That's how real.
You think they would have won the game on Saturday and played on Sunday?
Right. And I think that second game would have been epic.
Yeah.
I think Book and Dame would have been crazy.
Yeah, just Dame is just like I have respect for Dame. Always had respect for Dame. Like I never felt like any ill will towards him. Like as a basketball player, like I really liked him. But like now I really like him.
I've been the same way.
Like obviously I've been a small guard my whole life. So like a small guard, like small guard team small guard, bro. Like it's like Dame Dollar, bro.
Yeah, he took shit to another level in his bubble though.
Put some respect on his name. And his Dame.
I felt that, bro. Like, he was boss at he's like, he means this shit. Like, he means this. Like, I do this shit. I said, oh, I like this.
So there was a point that Skip was saying, like, but what have you done? All right, I get it. It's like it's a lot of players that haven't done much. Like, for example, so Charles Barkley's not a great basketball player because he never won a championship.
Skip is an idiot. Let me tell you something.
So my point is this, right? The reason why I'm saying that is people love moving the goalposts in different conversations.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Like Dame is clutch. Yes, he may not have won an NBA championship, but he's an all-star player. He's a superstar. Even Dame said, "Yo, what the fuck is a superstar?" He said, "I don't care what superstar. I'm out here balling."
Won a chip with who? What fucking team is he has going to win a chip? He made it to the Western Conference Finals with no Nurkic last year, bro. Are you shitting me?
And that's a fact.
Come on. What do you want from this guy? Like, I don't know what you want anymore. Like, he's getting out the first round. And he's burying niggas in the first round.
And a point that somebody Stephen A. Smith said. He's like, yo, Paul George hasn't been out of the first round.
But we're not talking about him.
No, but what exactly? So he's like, with no team, Lillard has made it out of the first round, and he's made it to the conference finals. So how could, like, why are you speaking ill on this man? Like, give him some respect. Had James Harden made it to the Western Conference Finals? No, he hasn't. However, but you guys give him respect. Some people don't give him that much respect in the off season.
I hate watching him play basketball. By the way,
his one-on-one game is
no, he's next level.
Oh, okay.
And his footwork is impeccable.
But what do you don't like about it?
Yo, he dribbles the ball 99 times. I don't. You're the kid that fucking watch that.
A lot. That's a lot of people's.
It's bad basketball. It's not good basketball. You go, you try to get fouled. I gotta watch you shoot 19 free throws again. I don't want to watch it. It's just not my type of basketball.
But he is very skillful, though.
No. One of the most skillful ever. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I just don't want to watch it. It's just not what I want to watch. Like,
surprisingly, I don't have any ill will towards the way he plays, because he still gets 10 assists. He still has.
Yeah, but that's because I have to. Like, that's because I have to. That's because
I'm getting double teamed.
Right, I might get double teamed, or I'm throwing a lob 8 times a game. I'm not making nobody better. I'm not saying he has to. When he was playing the one, he should have. But it's just, yo, bro, I gotta watch you dribble the ball for fucking 20 seconds out of the shot clock. I don't want to watch it. Like, it's too much. Like, it's like you said, it's skillful, but it's overkill. It's overkill. I will say this though.
He has disappointed me though.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And he folds in the playoffs, but that's a whole nother conversation. Russell Westbrook though has been, I hate. I do not.
You don't like Westbrook?
I do not. I'm not a fan of Russell Westbrook. He's one of the worst point guards I ever saw. But he looks very good over there though.
I'm trying to label him as a point guard.
But he's been controlling the ball for a very long
player, bro.
His engine and his motor,
he's a
top 3 I've ever saw.
Like, a lot of people don't understand that term. Like, when you say someone is a basketball player, Westbrook is a basketball player, bro.
Terrible decision maker. Horrendous. And he could dime and all that. He just doesn't care to, bro. Doesn't care to. People have left and been better after him. Oladipo. KD got better. PG was better when he was playing. Niggas got better after him, bro.
He can't shoot. Like, he doesn't hit a consistent jump shot enough for me to say, like, he can be so much more dominant than what he is if he had a better jump shot. But,
I agree.
But he's still a very good player though. Still a very good basketball player. His motor, his energy.
Yeah, his motor's out of this world. That's what makes him who he is.
Yeah.
Because he's not great at anything. Not great at anything. He doesn't have a major handle. Like you say, can't really shoot it. He finishes well.
He's a really good basketball player. A very good basketball player. That's how I chalk it up. Like, again, like, he doesn't, like, his motor, his skill is attacking the basket. That's his skill.
Okay, then let me ask you. Is he an athlete that happens to play basketball, or is he a basketball player that happens to be an athlete? If you understand that question.
Of course I understand that question. Because I don't know. It's hard because I know why you say that, because the way he plays.
I think he's an athlete that happens to play basketball like.
Because he's like, because at UCLA was he skillful at UCLA?
No.
I didn't watch him at UCLA.
He didn't play much. He played, but he didn't play much at UCLA. Like, he came off the bench and all that. Like, he just was dunking that shit and was very fast and just an athlete. And he wasn't even playing the one. Remember, Darren Collins was playing the one.
Yeah, Darren Collins playing the one. Yeah.
Like, I say that, like, D Rose is a basketball player who happened to be an athlete. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's who I like.
He's a basketball player and he's athletic as hell.
Right. I don't really see that with Westbrook. Like, I think he's just an athlete.
But he's like, if he focused on any, so what you're trying to say is, if he focused on any sport, he would have been really good.
1,000%. He could have played football and killed playing football.
Yeah, he does have that football mentality.
Yeah, 100%. He's that type of guy. Like,
yeah.
When I'm like I said, when I'm locked in on something, like, it's happening. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, like, so this first round is gonna be very exciting between LA and Portland.
I want to talk about it.
Yo, I for the sake of being a fan of LeBron, Dang, since he's a fan of LeBron, I got the purple and gold on today. Palm trees, you feel me? But yeah, but for the purpose of being a LeBron fan, like I hope that they really was just chilling in the bubble. I hope. But in reality, I don't think that was the case. If you're shooting 36%,
They just not gelling right now.
36%, bro.
Listen, they're not gelling right
Yo,
now. Period.
yo,
Like,
Danny, if you need me, yo, if
Brody,
you need me to come through and do some one-on-one shooting and shit like that with you, yo, hit
nah,
John.
don't.
Hit John.
Brody, this was not my suggestion, but let me tell you something though.
Nah, all jokes aside, I love Danny, but
Nah,
yo,
I keep
but-
telling. He know that though. I can say this though. I keep telling you, gotta be aggressive, especially with no Rondo and no A.V. Bradley. Gotta be more aggressive. I think you'll get there. It happens. You gotta understand. Whatever how long the layoff was, 8 games is not enough. Especially this is an older team. It's not low. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take a little time. They beat Portland. I do believe they beat Portland. I do believe it's gonna be a very good series though. It's just that Portland can't stop a fucking nosebleed. So
Here's why, like, now that we actually talking about it, because it's funny to talk about it, right? Like, I mean, think about it and it's like joke about it, haha. How Portland is not, they may win one or two, maybe two. They could possibly get one, but the reason why I feel like they will not win, hypothetically, it sounds good them giving LA a run, but they can't rebound. Portland cannot rebound.
agreed.
Did you see how many offensive rebounds Brooklyn was getting against them?
It was bad.
It was bad, bro. They almost lost that game because of rebounds. So with between AD,
JaVale, Dwight
and Howard, they getting one and done. If Portland doesn't shoot a high percentage, and they're one and done, and they're shooting below like 45%, they're gonna lose. They may get smoked.
I can't see them getting smoked. I see them winning 2 games.
If LA is rebounding and fast breaking, they're getting smoked, bro. Because their guards are too small for LeBron.
Here's my problem though. Yo, Brody, they don't shoot it well enough though. They've been shooting like shit, and they haven't been shooting well all year though. Like
yes, but again, if they're rebounding and going
off the misses.
That's what's all
I
I'm
got
saying.
you. I get it. I get it. I
So
understand
that.
that.
Would be my game plan as a coach. Like if we're not shooting well, get off the rim and go.
Right.
Like do not slow it up. Like in LeBron, screen, roll, and attack. And if Nurkic comes over and help, dish it, dunk it. McGee, Howard, and AD. If you spread the court out, AD got to hit. And back to your question you asked me last episode, is AD a dog? And I said, dog. Like yo, bro, like I don't. Like looking back and like looking back at some of his games and thinking and like mentally going back in my head.
What'd you come up with?
Like yeah, he has his again. He's not consistent enough,
Right.
for it to be like yeah. However, he needs to play the way he like as AD is perceived to be the superstar for them to really take it all the way.
No, I agree because there's nobody that can match up with him. And that
Yeah, like and
regard.
if he's going in, like that one game in the bubble when he had like 30 something and he went crazy. Like if that AD shows up in the playoffs, like they can't be.
Why the fuck are we asking this question? Why are we asking this question?
If he shows
up, that means that you're not a dog. That you are a dog. You have dog moments. But a dog is gonna pitch. Okay, so let's just take a dog. Russell Westbrook's a dog, right? If I can go get 50 tonight, I'm going to get 50. I don't give a fuck if we're up by 40. I'm going to get 50. You understand what I'm saying? AD is like, he look like he's bored out there sometimes. Like he's just chilling.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
And that's the thing. We're not saying that he's not good.
No, he's skilled
We're not
as fuck.
saying that he lacks some. Like it's just that sometimes he's just like, all right, I'm gonna go. Give me the ball.
Right.
And I feel like they're giving the ball a lot.
They do give him the ball. I thought they was overfeeding him at first. The problem is though, because Nurkic is very, very good, bro. He's very, very good.
Him, Vujicic, Jokic,
Jokic, yeah.
Jokic, Vujicic, and Valanciunas. I swear, like their game is like identical.
I don't know, bro.
But Joker's a little bit better.
Yeah, because he does everything.
He does everything. But I mean, like in the post, they could shoot.
Yo, bro.
Nurkic, I love all 4 of their
man,
games.
Very good, yo. And it's after the man's leg broke like a fucking toothpick, yo. You coming back and bugging out of the gate. It's not even like you needed time. Like, no. But he just can't stay out of foul trouble, and that's going to be the issue.
Yeah, but his post game is
ridiculous.
A lot of people don't have those post games.
No, he passes it well. He does all that. He just can't stay out of foul trouble, and that's going to be the problem. Because Whiteside is just
I forgot about Whiteside.
He's a dun. Like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him.
He led the league in blocks this year.
Yeah, but you watching him now? He's the biggest. And he's good. He's skilled, per se. Great defender, great rebounder.
He's just bugged out. Bro.
He is bugged out. That's what it is.
Like, I played a play like that is good, but he's just bugged out.
And you can't fix that. You're just fucking nut.
He's just bugged out, man. Like sometimes people ask us, yo, that person's so good. Why? I'm like, I'm gonna tell you why.
Right.
Like, like I've coached players like who were very good, very talented. It's like, yo, they just either no motor or they really just don't understand like how to put it all together. Like,
I think that's one of the saddest things to say in basketball. Yo, he's really good. He just got to figure out how to put it together. Because they usually never figure it out. I don't know if you remember. I'm going to say his name because I don't know if you remember Tyrone Hanson. Yo.
Touchy.
Yeah, we good. The goods, though. Like
6'7", 6'8".
The good before his time. He was ahead of his time, though. Like,
can handle the ball. Yo, to me, he was better than Tyson.
I was just about to get into that. Tyson?
However, Tyson is better than him because Tyson... No, I'm saying I would give Tyson the edge because Tyson was more of a dog than Tyrone.
Right. Because Tyson was more focused on basketball, on the sport. His father was a coach. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And Tyrone was just like...
I'm very nice, naturally. Like, but if he ever all put it together, Tyrone could have been a pro. That good, yeah? I'm talking about, the battles with DG, Tyrone, and Tyson in practice. What? Yo, legendary shit, bro. Like, and Shotty, because that's when Shotty was getting really good. And one summer, Shotty came back dunking everything. I'm like, what the fuck was you doing all summer, yo? But those four going at it was crazy, bro. And some days, Tyrone got the best of DG. Tyson get the best of Tyrone. DG get the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like a round robin. And then, Tyson went to Monmouth with me. And then he went to Blinn with me. He wasn't eligible first semester. Ace. Second semester, bro.
He was wilding.
One of the best offensive runs I ever saw in my life. And this is the best conference in the country.
He was averaging like 36
Yo,
or something
bro,
like that.
36 and 18.
Yeah, I remember.
Yo, we had Marcus Stoughton in this shit. Like, this conference was super stacked. Like, super major Division I players. He was bugging. 36 and 18, bro. Averaging, not one game.
Yeah, Blinn was a top JUCO school.
Right. He was bugging.
No, he didn't go to Blinn. Chris Anderson went to your school?
Yeah, Chris Anderson.
Chris
he got kicked out. Remember, he got kicked out.
Yeah, he
got kicked out. He got kicked out the first 3 games. He was averaging triple double.
But Ty, like he went to Nevada and he ended up on ESPN for the wrong reason.
Yo, I'd never forget that story. And even hearing it from them was crazy. But then when he tells you the story, I was like, yo, what?
Yeah, the story that he told me, he probably told the story 5 different ways, 5 different people. Because I heard it was like guns involved and curfews being broken.
All that. No. He told you there was one story, bro.
Okay.
There was one story that he's telling these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was out of this world. Like, but once basketball career didn't work out for me, he just became a... Yo, bro.
He went.
But what's so crazy is he comes from a good home. Like, I don't know why he kept trying to be this person. Then he went to.
You still live in Texas?
Yeah. Then he went to Jackson State. Gets kicked out of there.
I had a coach call me about.
Bro.
They're like, what do you think about this kid Tyrone Hanson? I'm like, I said, because he's my man, but I'm also like in the coaching world now. I'm like, he's talented, very talented. I said he went to St. Mary's, blah, blah. I'm gonna say he's really a good kid. Like don't worry about what you read in the articles. Like he's a good kid. Like,
nah, man, he got kicked out of that school too, out of Jackson State too. Like I said, I wish him. I love Ty. Like that's like my brother. Love Ty. Like, I just feel like he's lost sometimes, and I really wish he would find himself, man.
Yeah, if you got nothing good to say, nothing. I'm just saying, like, he was I'll just speak on his basketball talent.
Talented kid.
Like talent-wise, he was again tall, lanky guard, could shoot, handle. He didn't really like going to the basket much, but
But he can get there.
He can handle.
And
the
he'll
ball.
sneaky dunk on you too. Sneaky dunk on you.
Yo, now that I think about it, his game is similar to Lamar Odom.
Yes.
He really played like Lamar Odom.
He absolutely did.
That
He shot it better than Lamar.
he shot
but
it
he
better
had
than
that
Lamar.
like lengthy,
handle,
all that, bro.
Yeah,
he was supposed to cut to Monmouth. He committed to Monmouth, and then and that's why I redshirted. I redshirted my first year because it was supposed to be me, Tyrone, and Tyson, and it would have been Big John there too. Like that's supposed to be the best recruiting class ever in Monmouth.
I wish I would take advantage of the red shirt. The red shirt rule.
Yeah, I don't.
You know who took advantage of that red shirt very well?
Who?
And we're gonna have him on a guest on this show very soon. Sean Crawford.
That's my boy.
Sean Crawford was the king of he has an interesting story. Like he's another person that kind of like played the background a little bit, but Sean Crawford, he has a very interesting story. We're gonna have him on the show very, very soon because I want y'all to hear his story, like from start to finish. Like me and him sat down one day because I don't know if you know, he was a trainer for the Knicks.
Yeah,
working with Roy Ivy.
I told you I see Sean a lot because he's in LA. Yeah. Like he's in there. We in the same
he was working with Jordan Brand doing training and like that. But yeah, like him, like he took. Yeah, I think he finished school maybe when he was like, you supposed to finish college when 4 years like when you're 22, right? I think he finished college when he was like 25 or 24. Something crazy like that. Maybe a little bit.
As long as he used it to his advantage, man.
Nah, but he got hurt a few times. But also like I got hurt one time and I only did one red shirt, and I was offered to do another red shirt because you allowed like 2. And I was like, nah, I want to get up out of this school, man. I wish I would have took advantage of that shit.
And I wish I didn't. I wish I never redshirted.
Oh, because that's why you got in trouble?
Well, I got in trouble my second year, but I wasn't in the loop. I'm just there. You know what I'm saying? So
you started doing
like,
other shit.
Yeah, and on top of that, Dwayne Barfield's my big bro. Love you, big bro. Like still to this day, it's like one of my mentors. We followed the same exact path. He went to St. Mary's. He was a senior when I was a freshman before I transferred from LaSalle. And then he went to Monmouth. That was why Monmouth was recruiting me because we have the same type game. We both shoot it well, both small.
You've been the perfect replacement.
Right. So I went there, he took me under the wing or whatever. What happens? Yo, I'm in the blue and white scrimmages. I'm killing, working. So the coach was like, yo, listen, you're very talented, but you have roller coaster minutes. Some games you might play 20 minutes. Some games you might play 5 minutes.
Ugh.
I'm like, if I can't do that.
Freshman year, that was freshman year.
But that's cool. But I said, damn, I can't do that. What happens? Dwayne breaks his foot third game in the season, bro. The guard that's in front of me breaks his foot third game in the season. I've been playing 20, 25 minutes a game. Easy. I probably have been all freshman team, all kind of shit. Like.
So you redshirted because he told you he was going to get roller coaster minutes.
Yeah,
so
and like I said,
no
per se, that was the main reason. But like I said, me, Tyson, and Tyrone is already talking like, all right, fuck it. I'm a redshirt for y'all, get stronger. We'll come in and we have these 4 years together. Like, shit didn't go as planned, but
again, like, you wasn't, back to what we were saying earlier, you was not being selfish.
Right, that's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact.
Right. That's so ill. Like basketball ill, son. That's one thing you'll get with this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you'll see how much we love basketball and how basketball helped shape our lives. Like everything that you see on me is due to basketball. Down to the sneakers, the shorts, the hat, like basketball, all basketball related. Like our connection with you is basketball related. Even though we went to the same elementary school, but basketball related.
It's the base.
Like even like it's like talking about basketball related and shoes and shit like that. Like next week they finally, like, I don't know if you really were paying attention, but like they stopped releasing Kobe's after he passed. So next week, or this week when y'all watching this week, they're releasing like a bunch of Kobe's.
Them shit is fire.
Boy, I don't want to knock anybody who buys and resells, right? But for the sake of like people, real fans, try to let the real fans get it. But like, I know it's not gonna happen. But like, yo, those Kobe's, the undefeated ones, fire.
The white and gold joints. That's the white and gold
It's a
joints.
pack.
And then
So it's a white and gold one.
black
It's a
hard.
color. It's a
Those
color
are
block one.
my favorite ones that I saw.
Yeah, those and the Laker color one is pretty cool too. The purple and gold ones with the translucent bottom.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been a big fan of Kobe sneakers.
Yo, bro, I was telling somebody this yesterday. I think the Kobe's are like one of the top like performance
Even the low
performance
top joints.
performance basketball sneakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, you don't feel like is it like a mental block with you when you wear low top sneakers and hoop?
Mental block? No.
Yeah, you don't think about it.
I don't think about it. And the crazy thing is, like, I broke my foot in Kobe's. However, I was still playing Kobe's today. I was still playing low tops. Like low tops don't bother me because it's not. I broke my foot. I broke my foot in high tops too. So that's why I'm like, it doesn't matter high top or low top.
Yeah.
Like I broke my foot in low top. I broke my foot in high top. So low tops for some reason you just feel more. I feel more shifty in low tops. But I also like wearing bulky sneakers too. Like my favorite sneakers they're playing are the Tim Duncan foam posits.
What?
Exactly. And I'm a guard. The Tim Duncan, the Total Air Maxes, the silver joints, or the old black ones, are my favorite sneakers to play ball in. I don't know, like they're heavy, but they just keep me grounded. Those, the Charles Barkley's, the white, black, and purple joints, and LeBron, like the foam LeBron, the LeBron 4s, the foam LeBron with the strap. Like I like playing in heavy because they're very cushiony. So like I'm a big man in a guard's body. That's really what it is.
You want the cushion because you're doing a lot of this.
Yes.
Like, pause. Like you're doing a lot of that. So I get it. I think my favorite sneakers to play with, and people kept looking at me like I was crazy. They were heavy as shit, but they just felt really good, bro. Mellows, the 1.5s.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about. They look
I loved playing in those, like, and the old Kobe's, not even the Nikes. Kobe Adidas.
Not the crazy A's.
Not the crazy Ace. The joints
Oh,
with just the 3 stripes on the side, that's like swooped up.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah, I had them on the Panthers. I remember you had them in all purple.
100%.
I remember, you remember Biz? I used to be like, yo, Biz, because I was playing with the Gauchos.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Biz, let me get those. I said, y'all be having a different color every time out.
Yeah, we had mad at them shits, bro. I rebought them shits.
Yeah?
Hell yeah, I had to. Those and the Iversons. Not the questions. Which one was the questions?
The questions are the first ones with the toe color blocking.
Right. So the answers.
Those are actually coming out. Those are actually coming out this week too.
Word?
Yeah.
The white and sky blue ones was hard, by the way. I didn't catch them. So the answers, the lower ones.
The answers, the lower ones with like. So they came out with white and red, black and gold pair, and the all blue patent leather ones. Yeah.
Yeah, them all blue. We got those with Brooklyn USA.
Yeah.
Yo, them shits was so comfortable,
Yo,
bro.
Son, do you know Fresco?
Fresco.
He played for Brooklyn USA too. Son, you gotta. So
I'm sure I know him.
So we was talking about this whole Brooklyn USA Gauchos battle back in the day. How like every trip out, like it was like for some reason we only played Brooklyn USA in like championship games or playoffs.
Yeah,
like we never played out like
in a regular
season or like we never played out in pool play. It always like if we leave the pool play as in like so like in tournament, like if we go like the Gym Rat or Ohio or Vegas, like that's the only time we played that was like if it was like the playoffs. And like for some reason it was always like very confrontational.
I don't know why though.
I don't know why. We was talking about that shit yesterday. And I'll never forget Gym Rat. I remember when Yada, Russell, and Ronald Ramon was on the Chos. And I was playing against Sebastian and Eugene Harvey was on the same team. I don't know what happened. As a young Gaucho, I'm just watching the sideline rooting for my team. Oh, bro, just out of nowhere.
I played with that team. I probably wasn't at that tournament because I played with them and the Panthers. But it was me, Eugene Harvey, Nunu, Bashi, James Walker, Dule Fall, Basil.
Oh, I remember
Terrence.
Basil,
my brother.
Yo,
this conversation.
Basil went to my JUCO the year before I went, and my coach always talks about him. He's like, "You had to kick that motherfucker. That motherfucker crazy."
Love Basil.
Crazy.
Yo, I got a story about Basil. I'm gonna tell you in a second. Love Basil, but let me tell you. You know he at Grady now. You know he coaching at Grady.
Yo,
JV.
Yo, a lot of people that we play with are coaching now.
Yo, bro, let me tell you. We at Grady. I had no clue Basil was a coach. No fucking clue.
Oh, you was reffing.
I'm reffing. I walk in, boom. Basil like, Jon, what up, bro? I'm like, Basil.
You got to ref his game.
Bugging. He like, yo, I love you. This is yellow across the court. I'm like, Basil, chill, bro. So reffing. So he's saying mad little shit like saying that we know each other. And then when his players get a foul, he like, that's a foul. Yo, listen to Jon. He know what he's talking about. That's my brother. He wouldn't stay you wrong. I'm sitting there like,
you can't do that.
I'm like, yo, bro. So I said, B, you can't do that.
It'll get very uncomfortable because then
For
now,
other coach.
so now the other coach is like, oh, you playing sides.
Right. I was like, I'm not
playing in his favor.
He came in when we was getting dressed. He's like, yo, bro, I'm sorry. I love you, man. I just seen you mad long. Like, hug me for mad. I love Basil. That's my brother.
Yeah.
We almost got in trouble in fucking house tree camp. Yo, we almost got arrested at house tree camp.
Yo,
fucking Basil, yo.
Yo, that's the only time we played y'all too.
Oh my God.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
I remember that.
Y'all smoked. We ain't have our big man was Lawrence Jolicoeur, 6'8", skinny.
Yeah, it was bad. And we didn't play that. We didn't play that type of game. We was stretch.
He had to guard Tyson. Yeah. No, he had to. I was guarding Danny, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm the same height I was then, and he's 6'5", and I'm 5'10", 5'11". Like,
I remember that shit.
Y'all was getting a rebound and just outletting it. I'm like, yo.
We took it. We took that.
Yo,
but we was about to fight.
That Hofstra camp was fun, bro.
Bro.
Like, why they allow these kids, us, on fucking campuses
and no supervision? Like, yo, what the like?
They'll give us box of pizza and be like, all right, don't do nothing stupid. All right, we're on a college campus.
I remember who he's about to fight. Basil about to fight somebody else. We all in the hallway just bugging. You know, just macking. Now, mind you, I played Brooklyn USA junior high school to like early high school. So I already played with him. I already knew him.
Is it team camp or
it's his team camp.
Okay.
It's a team camp, right? So whatever situation they was in, he's beefing with another team. So I walk out in the hallway. I'm like, yo, Brody, you gotta relax. At that time,
was it Tilden? Because Tilden was there one year too.
It might have been Tilden.
Probably Tilden.
Basil now is so like you running the Basil now. Yo, he's mad calm, just mad like you know what I'm saying, like mature, like really well. But at that time, I already knew like, oh nah, like yo, Basil was a hothead. So they about to scrap in the hallway, in the hallway.
In the dorms?
Yeah, the dorms. Yo, bro, you know the fire extinguishers, the one that's in the case.
Yeah.
So you know there's like a pen you got to pull out. Yeah, he pulls the pen out, and it's walking toward the dude like this. I said, Basil, come on, bro. Had to grab me like, nah, Jon, it's over for him. I said, yo, you're bugged out, bro. Like, so I had to walk him down. He's mad big. Like, I finally got him up out of there, yo. But I gotta say, he matured really well. I'm proud of him, man, for real.
That's one thing, the gift and the curse of having like Brooklyn teammates at that age.
No, Brooklyn kids was wild back there, bro.
No, they were wild at a different level. Like,
no, 100%.
I know if like Saquon Stone, that's my yo.
That's my guy. He broke my hand. He broke my finger.
Saquon Stone's one of the dudes, bro. Like
him and Lily.
Yeah, but Saquon, like I'll never forget. Like I haven't seen him like last time I saw him, we both tried out for the ABA team, Jersey Express. He gave me the same green that Basil gave you. Like, yo, 8 o'clock, what up? Like, yeah. But yeah.
Nah, it's definitely some good connections, man. That's what I do. Definitely get basketball. It gave me great memories, and you ran into a lot of great people that's actually doing well for themselves. I still speak to Nunu. I speak to Nunu all the time.
Yeah. Is he still a wild card?
Nah, Nunu did well. Nunu got a juice bar in Brooklyn and all that.
Oh, word? Mm-hmm. Like, for some reason, every time I play Nunu, he always wanted to fight me out.
No,
he
definitely
doesn't,
bro.
He definitely doesn't remember
he
me, but he's the first and only basketball player. I'll never forget, this was at Island Garden. I think I was playing with, I wasn't even playing with the Gauchos. I was playing with like a random Long Island team that just wanted me to play. He wasn't playing with Brooklyn USA either. I think he was playing like with Brooklyn Flames, like a random Brooklyn team too. And he said something to me, and I said something back. And we ended up winning. And it was something very small, like and slick. And he was like, yo, what's that shit you were saying on the court? And I'm like, what? Yo, bro. He's the only person that really approached me after the game. I'm like, bro, I'm not fighting you, bro. He said, nah, fuck that, let's fight.
He always wanted to fight. He always wanted to fight, bro.
Like,
I'm not
fighting you, bro. I said, first of all, I don't even know what I said.
I don't even know what I said.
I'm not fighting you, bro. Like, and especially when I was in, like, I was very hyper aware of like, if I fought, like basketball would get taken away from me. Like, so I've never wanted to fight anybody because I was like, yo, nah, I love basketball too much. Like, I'm not fighting anybody. And at the same time, like, the kids that I play with, they don't know me from home, so they're not helping me. These Brooklyn dudes are gonna jump me in Island Garden. I'm here by myself. I think like this coach just brought me there. Like this random coach that just heard I was good. Like, yo, you want to play with me? Like, yeah, I play. Like,
He's
so
definitely
like,
a free agent, yo.
So I'm looking around like, yeah, like none of these white kids are helping me fight these Brooklyn kids. I'm like, nah, you good, you got it. Like, you got it. I don't even know what I said, bro. Like, I'm out.
He always wanted to fight. Always wanted to fight, bro.
Always. Like,
That's
so
my
funny.
guy, though, man.
And the crazy thing, he always had goons with him too. Like even as an adult, right? Me, Trinity Fields, and damn, I forgot his name. I forgot who brother he is, but we were playing in some tournament in Brooklyn, and me and Trini was like trapping him, and we was like ripping him and like scoring buckets on him. We was like, me and Trini said something like something along the line like this ain't Seton Hall or whatever the case maybe is, right? And then one of his a bunch of his goons on the side was like, what? What you said? And I'm like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Niggas can't even talk basketball out here.
I can't even like. So like, but one of my other mans from Brooklyn on the side was like, nah, it's my man Clark. He good over here. Like he's like, all right. He talking with Grease in the court. Like I promise you, just because I played ball in the past, and even now to this day, that shit saves my life.
No, 100%.
I almost got robbed at Polo Grounds mad times, but because I remember one time I was about to get robbed after a rucker going down to the train, and these dudes was about to rob. I think it was me and Tiny, and I looked. They're like, "Yo, let's go get these niggas." Right? I heard them. I don't think Tiny heard them. Tiny was like, "What?" I was like, "Yo, son, niggas about to come." But then when I put my head up, someone looked at me. He's like, "Oh, nice, 8 o'clock. Pay for the Gauchos. Let him go." Yo, you know how many times this random shit like that used to happen to me just for playing ball, bro?
Yeah, ball save lives, man.
Nah, 100%. Yo, I got story for days how like this basketball just like.
Yeah, I think that's why I like to still stay connected, like even with the ref and shit. So I ref this weekend, right? So.
Oh yeah, you ref that Lincoln Park, right?
Not this weekend, but I was in Connecticut actually this weekend doing a zero gravity tournament. Mm-hmm. I'm refing these kids, they seniors. So this one kid, I have no clue who he thought he was. Like, yeah, this team is getting smoked. They're down by like 21. He's like 2 for 14. You could tell he's talented, but he's having a bad shooting night. So he's talking shit crazy. He scores. I let him do it. I'm like, yo, bro, play ball. He's like, yo, shut up. Now, as a ref, what am I supposed to do? Tag him up, right? I don't want to do that. I'm not doing it. I was like, yo, let me tell you something real quick. I'm about to give him the ball, hand it in, whatever, throw it in. I said, yo, I'm getting smoked. You're 2 for 15. I think you should focus on the game and not me, He was like, what? I said, yeah, you should focus. You look crazy out here. And he was big mad. Like, big mad. But
see, I like refs like you. Like, you could have gave him a tech.
100%, but why? I'm going to tell you what's really going on. Because I'm really on that type of time. I talk shit, I do all that. So I get it. But I'm really giving you the real. You're getting smoked, bro. You look bad. Like, stop talking shit, play basketball. Like, he ain't talking no more after that. After the game, he's like, yo, you was right. I was like, I appreciate it. I said, I'm not like that. I said, but I'm just letting you know what's really going on. You look crazy talking that. You down by 20. He's like, nah,
yeah,
right.
he was just frustrated.
100%.
And you didn't want to add to it by giving a
Give him a tag. What that's going to do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But all said and done, this was a great episode, my boy.
Word, I agree, brother.
Yeah, man. And again, thank you guys for listening or watching the MiLKSTND podcast. And 2 things for certain. There's enough for everybody. And when you milk, you're milk. Thank you, guys. That's great. Yo, fucking, these little niggas be wilding the fuck out, bro.
Wilding.